I will surprise you today with my podcast of real estate. It's going to be lighter than the last ones. I'll give you details in 2 little seconds. Hi everybody, Roch St-Jacques, real estate broker with Remax Direct, with the Roch St-Jacques team here in l'Outaouais. And it's a pleasure for me to share another podcast on real estate with you today. By the same fact, I invite you to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Équipe Roch St-Jacques, so we could stay in communication. As you can see, I'm perfectly bilingual, and it's a pleasure for me to do this podcast in English for our community here in l'Outaouais and people from abroad that is coming in l'Outaouais, so they have the information in the perfect language for them. Today, I'm going to give you tips on how to prepare your house for this winter. Yeah, I know it seems a bit strange, but that's what I'm going to do today. Because either we'd like to admit it or not, summer is coming to a close, and we're right around the corner from fall. So I like to give you some advice on how to prepare your house to face our winter that's going to be coming around. The first thing I suggest you do is go around the house and look at the foundation. You're going to be surprised that you're going to see some foundation cracks, either superficial or other. And it's a good idea to have it verified and analyzed by a specialist. And then when you get his report, you put it in your folder of your maintenance of the house, so you know what to expect and what to do. And you should look at it during the winter, because obviously frost and thaw will affect the foundation probably, and it'll need some of your attention in the spring. The other thing you need to look at is the slope of the land near your foundation. Is it a negative slope or is it a positive slope? A negative slope, the water will be going towards your foundation, which is going to be putting a pressure on your foundation and your French drain for nothing. So if you see a negative slope, bring it to a positive slope, because after this winter, either we want or not, we're going to get snow. There's going to be accumulation, and it's going to thaw in the spring. And if we get rain on top of that, you're going to put added pressure on your foundation and your French drain, absolutely for nothing. So address that point. It's very important. The windows and doors, the outside caulking, often we see that it's dried up. If it's dried up, you're going to have a crack between the window and the house. And that could cause water to come in or cold air to come in. Either one you don't wish to have. The cold air is not as bad as the water, but the water is a nightmare. So take care of it. It doesn't take long to fix. If you don't have anybody, give us a call. We have specialists on our list, and we could refer some to you so they could give you a hand to repair the outside of your house to get ready for this winter. Look at the shingles on the roof. The third thing I suggest you do, look at the shingles. The shingles, they got pressure this summer. Obviously, there was bad weather, there was wind, there was big rainstorm. So there might be a piece of shingle missing. Even if your shingle is not turning and looking bad, you might have a piece missing. So either you take a ladder, you take binoculars, or if you have a drone, go with a drone, look at it. If there's a piece of shingle missing, change the shingle and have it set for winter. Do you have any trees? This is a funny one. People find this one interesting when I mention this. You know, in front of the houses, we have trees, leaves trees often, and then they go out of whack. All of a sudden, the tree's bigger than the house. The only thing you see when you arrive to the house is a big tree that hides all the windows. Well, maybe it's time to have the trees trimmed down, and you hire a specialist to do this. And the best time to do this is a couple of weeks after the leaves have fallen from the tree. So it's time now to think about it, to have it done late, probably November. And then, do you have any exterior lights that are burnt? It's easier to change your lights outside now than when it's freezing rain or snowing. And if you're in the country and you have well water, it's recommended to have it checked twice a year. People don't do it, but you never know. You might have construction that was in your neighborhood this summer. You might have work done to the roads, and they will have changed the water nap underneath, which will affect the quality of your water in your well. So have it checked. It doesn't take long. And obviously you put that in your maintenance folder, and we see how good you're maintaining your house. Be sure to remove the garden hose. Even if you have a frost-free faucet going from outside to the house, you need to remove the hose, because the hose that's connected to your faucet might freeze, and it'll break your faucet, and it'll provoke a leak in your house. You don't want leaks in your house. It's a pain in the neck to have water in your house. Check the exhaust outlets of the dryer, the hood fan, the fan in your bathroom. Are they clogged up? Are they preventing the air from flowing out of your house optimally like they should? And especially with the winter coming, you want to have a house that breathes and that the air flows very nice, so you don't have bad air in your house. Obviously, those that have a swimming pool, you're going to close it the way you're supposed to be closing it. If you have a spa, ideally, and you use it during the winter, you want to try and change it as late as possible in the fall, so it lasts you during the winter. So you don't need to change the water in the spa during the winter. It's more of a hassle. And now we go inside the house. Inside the house, you have the furnace. Have you got it inspected lately? You want your furnace to work well this winter. So have an inspector come in and have it looked at. Have a guy that does this. Change the filters, clean the ducts. That's what you should be doing. For those who have electric baseboard, you don't have a furnace, obviously, clean the baseboard. Try them out before winter comes in. And that way there, if they're clean, you're not going to have this smell of the dust that's accumulated during the summer. And same thing for your air exchanger, and look at the drain, because an air exchanger has a drain because it accumulates water. Make sure your drain works very well. And a little trick for the ones that sometimes, you get a bit of condensation in your windows in the winter because the screen is there. You put down the blinds, keep the blind open, remove your screen, and you'll see you'll have much less condensation in your windows this winter. And if you do have it, clean the bottom of it so mildew doesn't accumulate near the bottom of the windows. Obviously, you check your smoke detector, monoxide detector, you clean them off, you change the batteries. And one detail that people never think about, and often we discover this when we are ready to put a house up on the market or we're analyzing a house to put it on the market, check the year of installation of your hot water tank. If it's more than 10 years old, have it changed. Lots of insurance company, home insurance company, don't insure you if something happens to the hot water tank and it's more than 10 years old. So be aware, have it checked, and check it yourself. It's easy to check. If you have a fireplace or a wood stove and it's a wood operating fireplace, have the chimney swept. Again, keep the invoice, put it in your maintenance folder. Very important, so people see how meticulous you are with your home and the maintenance of your home. This puts added value on your house. One thing I'll mention that most people are not aware of, you should have a radon test done. A radon is, have you ever heard of radon? Probably not. Most people have not. It's a radioactive gas. It's naturally present in certain soils and rocks. It is the second cause of lung cancer after smoking. And you don't smell it. And it comes through the soil. And it goes through your foundation. It finds little cracks and it comes in the house. So ideally you have this test started now, early fall, till late spring. It takes 6 months to evaluate the quantity of radon that comes into your house, and then you get a report. Again, if it's negative, it's fantastic. If it's positive, there are solutions for you so you don't affect the health of your family and yourself. So have this test done. And it's a wonderful time of year to do this. You're going to have beautiful days coming ahead. Take advantage, plan ahead. Give a call to myself or one of my colleagues in my team, and it'll be a pleasure for us to talk about this in details. And if ever you're thinking of selling, we will give you the market value of your house and the added value that you're going to put in if you do some of these recommendations. So that's it for today. It is a long podcast. You will probably want to share this. You'll probably want to take notes and listen to it again because there was a lot of details in it. And like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll be a pleasure to keep in contact with you, and it will definitely be a pleasure to serve you. I thank you very much.